Hello, my name is Mallory Barnes, and I'm the Director of Admissions for the School of Education. And today I'm going to tell you some of the basics of the School of Ed. So we're going to talk about the values the School of Ed holds that guides everything that we do, and then we'll talk about our majors, minors, and certificate programs. So first up, to really understand us, you have to understand what we stand for. You have to understand our values. Everything that we do is guided by four pillars, and those are democracy, diversity, equity, and justice. And through those four things, we teach for equity and justice. We both teach our students on the CU Boulder campus with an equity and justice framework and lens, and we teach you to do the same in your future classrooms and the communities that you work alongside. We strive to create safe and affirming spaces, both on campus and then again, as you go out into your own classrooms and spaces. We stand together with our diverse community, and we define community not only to mean the School of Education, but the School of Ed, the University of Colorado, Boulder as a city, the state of Colorado, and the nation. And we partner with schools, educators, researchers, policymakers, and the community to change lives. I think that's one of the really unique things about attending a School of Ed at a public research institution is that we're doing so much more than just training you to be a teacher, training you to be a leader. We're also training you in advocacy, and we're training you in how to change policy, because those are really important parts of the education and social justice landscape today. Now, here's an overview of everything that we have to offer. So we'll talk about some of these in depth, but I want to mention a few that we will not be talking about in depth. And those include first our bachelor's and master's program in ethnic studies and education. This is a 5-year program that yields both your bachelor's degree in ethnic studies, which is a part of the College of Arts and Sciences, and a 5th year, which is going to be your master's in educational foundations, policy, and practice. This is a great option for those of you who want to understand educational and social systems, but it is not a great option if you want to get your teacher license, because that 5th year is actually not a licensure program. It is a Master's of Arts that does not include a license to teach. I also want to talk about the education minor here. So the education minor is something that is great for those of you who want to understand education more broadly. You want to understand the systems, you want to understand education's place in our society, but this also does not lead to a licensure. So if you're hoping to add this to another major or a double major and still get your license, that isn't the best option, but it is a really great option if your goals maybe lie outside of the classroom and you still want to understand education. And finally, the leadership studies minor is a smaller version of the leadership studies major, which we'll talk about in depth later. Really noteworthy about it is it's actually one of the most popular minors on campus. It pairs well with a lot of different majors. It's going to give you incredible skills to learn how to make change in whatever it is that you're studying. So we'll start off talking about teacher licensure. The teacher licensure program is specific to secondary education. So this is for those of you who want to teach middle school or high school and you want to teach a specific subject. The way it works is you'll apply to that subject area as your major. So if you want to teach math, you'll be a math major. If you want to teach English language arts, you'll be an English major, etc. So you'll start there your freshman year. Then around the end of your freshman year, you will apply to the licensure program. Your sophomore year, you'll take classes with us. You'll do practicum experiences, you'll do student teaching, and then you'll graduate with both your degree in the major that you selected in arts and sciences or engineering, plus your license to teach. So you're really getting two things. This is designed to be done in 4 years. We are actually starting to integrate more freshman level classes for licensure students. So even if you aren't coming in as a freshman, which at this time nobody is, you can still join our community as a freshman. So we would encourage you to take some of our introductory courses. School and Society is a really excellent way to understand the role of teachers and the role of schools in the US today. Next, we'll touch on elementary education. So unlike teacher licensure, this is both a major and a license to teach. So you do apply for this your freshman year. You start with us as a freshman as an elementary education major, and you'll graduate with both your license to teach and your degree in elementary education. Elementary education students get into the classroom starting their freshman year, and we think it's really important that you understand what it is truly like to be around tiny humans every single day. We want to make sure it's a good fit for you. So we do a lot of that your first year. So you make sure it's really a good place for you to be. We also include in the curriculum something called a CLD endorsement. That stands for Culturally and Linguistically Diverse Endorsement. It is a graduate level endorsement that's going to go on your diploma that essentially says this person has been trained in how to teach students who are perhaps very different from they are. So we're teaching you how to teach students who have a different, maybe socioeconomic background than you do, who have a different language background, different cultural background. We recognize that the beauty of our public schools really lie in their diversity, and we believe that for you to be a good educator, you really have to learn how to teach all types of students. You have to learn how to meet the needs of marginalized students. So that's something that we're baking right into your program as an elementary education student. Finally, we have the leadership and community engagement major. Now, if you find yourself unsure how to talk about the leadership major, that's because it's really unique. We're one of the only schools in the country that offers something like this. So what the leadership major is it's essentially a major for those of you who see something in the world that you think is broken. You see something that's inequitable, and you really want the tools to learn how to fix that from a systemic standpoint. So what we're going to have you do is start as a leadership and community engagement major, and then within the first year or so of your program, add a second major from the College of Arts and Sciences to that. We have a list of pre-approved majors that you can find on our website. And the idea behind that is, in our major in leadership, we're going to give you the skills to be a change maker. But we don't think that just the skills are enough. You also have to understand the area that you're making change in very, very deeply. So that's why we require you to have both, so that you're both understanding the content, you're understanding the problem from all different angles, and you're understanding what you can do to work within communities to make a change. So that's part of what makes this program so special, is you are getting two things. You're getting actually a dual degree, but more importantly than that, you are understanding problems deeply and then learning how to solve them in a way that is real and makes a lot of sense. So that's us in a nutshell. Those are our majors. Look for other videos about some of our extracurricular programs and our community programs, but I'll sign off just by saying that the world needs more teachers and leaders like you.